Welcome to YouTube channel of Cummins College of Engineering for Women, Hingna, Nagpur. I am Dr. Sanjeevani Shastri from Cummins College Physics Department. Today we will revise electrostatics, in which we will deal with electric field and potential. There are three most common elementary particles. They are electrons, protons and neutrons. These particles attract each other by gravitational forces. An electron will repel another electron at 1 centimeter with a force of 2.3 into 10 raised to power minus 24 Newton. This force is called as electric force. This force is very large as compared to gravitational force. This property is called as charge. There are two kinds of charges. Electron will repel another electron, or a proton will repel another proton if they are placed near each other. Unit of charge is coulomb, and the charge on one proton is E equal to 1.60218 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. This is negative for electron. The charge of an isolated system is conserved. It is possible to create or destroy charged particles, but it is not possible to create or destroy net charges. If we rub certain bodies with each other, electric charges gets developed on the surface. One body receives extra electrons and becomes negatively charged, whereas other body becomes positively charged. This is called as induction. Coulomb's law tells us that the force between two charged particles is given by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square, where q1 and q2 are the charges and r is the separation between them, where epsilon 0 is permittivity of free space. The charge q experiences an electric force F. Then electric field is given by E equal to F upon Q, where Q is a test charge. Electric field is a vector quantity. Electric field due to a point charge is given by E equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. Another important property of electric field is electric lines of force. Electric field region can be graphically represented by curves and known as lines of force, as shown in the figure. They are also called as electric field lines. They start from positive charge and they terminate at negative charge. The lines of force are purely a geometrical construction which will help us to visualize the nature of electric field. Potential energy is the electric potential energy of the system as negative of the work done by the electric forces as the configuration of the system changes, and it is given by U equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q into Q upon R. Here K is nothing but 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Electric dipole constitutes of two charges, positive Q and negative Q, separated by a small distance. If an electric dipole is placed in a uniform electric field, it is acted upon by a torque. The direction of the torque is perpendicular to the plane containing the dipole axis and the electric field. Electric field inside a conductor. If you consider a conducting plate placed in a region, initially there is no electric field and the conduction electrons are almost uniformly distributed within the plate. In a small volume which has equal number of electrons and protons in the nuclei, thus net charge in the volume is 0. Whenever a conductor is placed in an electric field, some of the free electrons redistribute themselves on the surface of the conductor. Thus, there is no electric field inside a conductor in electrostatics. Please remember this. We will take some example. There are equal charges, each having magnitude of 2 into 10 raised to power minus 8 coulombs, are placed at three corners of right angled triangle of sides 3, 4 and 5 cm. Find the force on the charge at the right angle corner. Consider the figure. AB is 4, A3 is AC is 3 and BC is 5 cm. Let us find out a force A due to B. It is given by F1 equal to Q1 Q2 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R square. Putting the values of Q1 and Q2 and R, we will get it as 22.5 Newton. Similarly, we can find a force on A due to C, that is F2. Using the same formula, you will get it as 40 Newtons. The net electric force on A can be calculated as F equal to under root F1 square plus F2 square, which is equal to 45.9 Newton. The resultant makes an angle tan theta, which is equal to F2 upon F1, which is nothing but 40 upon 22.5, putting the value of F2 and F1, and finally we get it as 16 upon 9. Consider another example. A charge Q is to be divided on two objects. What should be the values of the charges on the object so that the force between the objects can be maximum? Suppose one object receives a charge small q and the other will be q minus q. The force between the objects will be given by F equal to small q into capital Q minus q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 d square, where d is the separation between them. For F to be maximum, the quantity y, which should be equal to q into capital Q minus q, which is q minus q square, should be maximum. Differentiating this equation with respect to q, we get dy by dq. It should be 0 to be maximum, or q minus 2q should be 0, or small q should be equal to capital Q upon 2. Thus, the charge should be divided equally on the two objects. Consider another example. In the above figure, it shows an electric dipole formed by two particles fixed at the end of a light rod of length L. A mass of each particle is m and its charges are minus q and plus q. A system is placed in such a way that dipole axis is parallel to a uniform electric field E that exists in the region. The dipole is slightly rotated about its center and released. Show that for angular displacement, the motion is angular simple harmonic and find its time period. Suppose the dipole axis makes an angle theta with the electric field at an instant. The magnitude of the torque on it is given by torque is equal to P cross E. We get QLE sin theta. This torque will tend to rotate the dipole back towards the electric field. Also, for small angular displacement, we have to consider sin theta is equal to theta, so that torque will be equal to minus QLE into theta. The moment of inertia of the system about the axis of rotation is given by I is equal to 2 into ml by 2 whole square, which is nothing but ml square by 2. You have to remember that you should read the numerical 2 times and then using the appropriate formula solve the numerical and check the units properly. Thank you. Please visit our website www.cumminscollege.edu.in. You can drop me a mail on the address sanjeevani.shastri@cummins.edu.in, or you can call me on 98503-85463 for any queries. Thank you.